that sound. If I don't want that sound to on.
Hey Leo, what's up, dude? You guys. Oh yeah, oh, you can see me on this. Ronnie Parker, Gunnerman 54. How's the streams? Does it look okay? I'm at Guitar Center. Roland is doing they actually just got done doing a clinic, a seminar talking about some of the new looping products. And I'm going to talk with them about some of this stuff.
And then technically there's a fifth part.
This guy's actually showing this off right now.
Now do drums as well.
They have a new guitar synthesizer.
But you can also trigger these, so if I want to,
great fanzine.
I could have a MIDI sequencer going. Yeah. Trigger like the drum. I feel like if I had a unit up here, like I could run the MIDI out of that, trigger the drums that are in this. So there's over 70 drum kits loaded from basically our V drums, like you can see over here on the, in the drum department. Right? So yeah, over 70 of the kits are loaded into this as well. So technically it's four parts plus a rhythm section going on. Also can be used in MIDI brain if you want to. I can use a keyboard controller.
I'll show you guys the main board they were using is this.
Oh,
he built this.
I know, he told me about this.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Yeah. Oh man. I still work on it one day. I'll be the boys, one day.
You built it?
Yeah.
You built?
It's my I have a
what is it?
company.
So he's building pedals right now.
Build,
so this is one he built.
I'm a front-end engineer, software engineer, but I work on along
awesome.
years
Right? That look
in
good.
a robotic project. And I got a lot of expertise in Yeah, we have a PT 399. The IC inside it. I can show you some pictures inside, or you can just open up.
What is this one? What is this?
This is a delay based on Mad Professor delay.
Oh, okay, Mad Professor. Oh, got it. Mad Professor.
Yeah. And I put my name here. It's a Mad Albuquerque. My name delay. Mad Albuquerque delay.
Let's go.
Could you test a little bit? You'll be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't have a way to plug it into this rig.
I use Raspberry Pi to take different. Awesome. You can make one.
Yeah, well, but you can, but it's not gonna be the same. I mean, you can.
Yeah, DIY project.
But for these type of things, it's actually very effective.
Let me see if I can show you if I bought it.
Oh, this looks clean, huh?
Yeah, it's just like perfect.
I like the look. I like all the graphics.
Yeah, I was like,
this one does. So I'm using this pickup.
1 second.
the West Wing. It is
So the new version only uses.
Look,
I didn't change them. I'm just making sure you have everything that you need.
Oh, okay.
The microphone's there. Please, here. It's in beatbox mode.
I just was scrolling through your presets. Is this a Björk cover?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can you do that later?
I
know you're catching up.
No. You're good. It's not even like. All right, I'll put it.
Okay.
If that song was a hot rod, it's like the frame of the car and the cigarette ladder. It's like the old school. But it's still on the ground. That's the condition.
I imagine that's really hard to do.
All right, so check this out. I will show you something about that.
You can even just play the loops.
Okay, so
Raisin, like clear raisin or
Yeah, it's the way that I use to apply my interface. Like easy, I buy the raw, like all white, and I apply my how can I think it's sandblast.
Once they're not sure.
I think I turned that down.
This is like epoxy resin.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
The cool part though, yeah, I
like it.
So check this out. I'm gonna show you some stuff. So there's a guy online.
Yeah, open design. But we have time, we get
Tom Barton, and he's like one of the sweetest dudes ever.
A good one is
Thank you so
So
much.
I copied his.
So you made that?
Yes, I made that. If you wanna
What's your
see.
name?
My name is Felipe.
So the first
Felipe Albuquerque. Albuquerque is my company.
What's your website?
I can show you. I don't have a website because I just sell for my friends.
Yeah. 8
That's your
bars.
Instagram?
Yeah.
1 bar. And I think one of them has 3 bars on it.
Okay.
So
A guitar pedal?
Albuquerque is my name. My
I've
last name
never.
Albuquerque.
I mean, I have one of these, so
Okay.
I've always been just on the.
I got you. I'm gonna. I'll hit you up, man. Are you from
It
here?
will be my pleasure. I'm living in Mountain View now, but I used to visit San Francisco. There they passed the acknowledgement there. I went in a maker space, and I'm already in Brazil. I'm a software engineer. I work a lot with robotic things, and I got some electronic. I'm not a electronic engineer, but I got some knowledge because I work on it with people, and I learn how to reproduce to read the schematics, you know, the electronic schematics, you know, and that's it. But the board I use PCB board. I can show you. This inside is like this. I use a PCB board as a how can I say, as a base, and I choose all components, the diodes, the IC. That's
Yeah, I was curious what.
hold on, don't touch it. It's a pretty nice
I
one.
knew exactly when you started.
That's the Mad Professor delay.
Yeah.
This one is Mad Albuquerque.
Mad Albuquerque. The Mad Albuquerque.
Yeah, because of my name. It's inspired by the Mad Professor.
Okay, so do you live in San Jose or
Mountain View.
Mountain View?
Mountain View, yeah.
Okay, I'm in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz,
And
I went there twice in the body walking. Santa Cruz, you said?
Yeah, yeah. I do guitar shows
Guitar shows?
on YouTube. I do reviews and stuff. So yeah, if you're
It
building
will be my
those,
pleasure.
that sounds
My
really
pleasure.
interesting.
Hit me up in my Instagram. It'll be my pleasure because I'm only talking to people here. I'm not, how can I say, my visa don't allow me to take because my visa is H1. My wife is H1. She can work. I'm not because I'm with her, me and my kids, you know. I can't sell it by Reverb, for example, because in the green card process and that stuff, I don't wanna mess up it because $200, $100, you know. And I only can sell like by cash and stuff, with friends. But it'd be awesome if you can talk about if you really like my pedals and that stuff.
I'd be interested to review.
You'll be. My name is Felipe, by the way. What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny. It'll be my pleasure, Johnny.
I've got your info from your Instagram. I'll add you. I'll DM you on Instagram.
Please.
I'll
Please do it. It'd be nice. I'm here around 5 years, but only the friends that I have is the college that I
They will
have
honor it. Don't worry about it. So eventually,
only my teacher here because I took some classes and some people here because I love the atmosphere, like this atmosphere, you know, the instruments, musicians. For me, it's better, you know. I have a nice pedals. My teacher in guitar pedals, he likes old circuits, you know, like a classic ones, like a Tony Bender. You probably know Tony Bender. A lot. Small time delay, but I only working with this circuit because small time is awesome, but the Mad Professor getting crazy. You can play around with the pitch. I have to go because this one is I sell to my teacher. I have to
Okay,
back.
all right, no worries. I'll message you on Instagram.
It will be my pleasure.
I'll tell you, I'm Johnny.
Hey, John.
I'm Johnny, and we'll keep in touch. Felipe, right? All right. Good to meet you, man. Chris King, hey, what's up, you guys? What's up there? I'm at Guitar Center, and yeah, this guy's building guitar pedals over here. We're gonna talk to this guy, the guitar pedal builder. Told him look to review his pedals. Anyway, I'm at Guitar Center. This is this location has a really nice Roland section. Let's see up there. They have all this new stuff that they're doing. Hey, Mike Olson, Chris King. Let me see, Robbie. Let's see. Yeah, Roland. You're not. What? You've got to take a trip down to Rockin' Robbie's. James G, Janice, Jeff Davidson, Wayne. Dudes.
Try it out.
They're gonna try to plug this pedal in.
Yeah, I do. Let's see.
They're gonna try to plug it in.
Okay.
Dakota, MPN.
This is yours. Okay. What I can do, I can put my power to the I'm actually not.
9 volts.
Hey, Aaron. Sorry to interrupt you. This, we're gonna try to put my voice in this guy right here. Is this 9 videos? This is 9 videos. But if it blows up,
No blow.
It's on you.
Yeah, it's never blow up.
but also if it blows up, I want 10% of the residuals from the video attached to it. Okay.
This is pretty good.
It's gonna go viral in a second.
Because what I can do, what I'll do, I'll put.
Yeah, just pop it into here.
How?
In and out. Take the input.
Yep.
Input.
Okay. So input. Out.
And then whatever you have that preset.
I don't have that. I don't have my power supply for that.
No.
Because somebody didn't bring theirs.
Where this preset is at.
Oh, okay. Oh, I dig. Let's see.
If you let it just sound with all way turn, it become a wow, and you can play around. Look,
These guys are from Roland.
1 second, let it.
Right now they're testing out a delay that somebody built. Yeah, that's an analog delay.
Okay, so how do you make that? Okay. Okay, so let's try this. Oh, there's a subdivision. Yep. Okay, so now let's do this. I'm gonna put this into this mode right here.
Where did you name it from? Or name after? Mine? No, what was his name? Did you have somebody else name that? Or?
Well, in my family, my generations going back, they only started a amplifier, and so my father, his father,
Yeah, he got.
with the same tradition. What would be a good name? Okay, let's go with
My brother brother, I have an Adam.
effects pedal with conjunction with mine now. Now what we'll do a pitch bend on it.
Yeah, deputy. I'm in San Jose. There's a Kramer here. awesome, man.
Very talented.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys so much, man.
Appreciate to have opportunity.
Oh, dude, this is great. And using this, the analog with the digital.
Crazy. I'm just learning and doing my pedals. Some friends of mine.
Albuquerque. Delays right here. So he makes these.
Oh wow,
This is his mad professor delay.
that is sick. I love the decal.
That was what you just heard. Dude, that sounds like
Hey,
the
John.
back alley of like Blade Runner or something, doesn't
Do
it?
you know a band called you're literally making their music right now.
John, you're not following.
Hey, Aaron, let's
If
go
you
to the
make
metal
weird
concert.
pedals, I love weird
But wow, this was with the pitch shift. When you heard the.
But it's not because I asked because it's nice pedal. And then
Oh, that's cool.
Big Murphys and these are overdrive. These are the second version of the my friends are my friends from Brazil. This one is more.
Now check this out, Johnny. We have this guy going, right? That's it. We take this guy, we'll put this track backwards. Get it, I don't know if hopefully it'll pick up on there.
Probably they will stop they play it.
It just kind of like textury, like ostinato, I guess it's called in Ireland.
I'm like, hey man, if you make weird pedals, I love weird pedals. That sounds great, dude. I'm probably try to, because the other repair tech here named Diego, big Hendrix guy, but he likes that kind of buzz. I'm
that just
probably gonna
sits
tell
there.
him, I'm gonna send it to him right now, and I'm
Pulsates
gonna tell him,
like a
dude, this guy
star.
makes this buzz.
This is my second one because I'm only 5 of them. So they
Well, you can give it to somebody and they can sell it, right? Might not be able to do donations to you.
Now I'm going to switch out of his pedal fast.
I love the graphics of it.
Okay, you want to throw that in there?
some games.
Take back the feedback just slowly.
And sometimes I use Photoshop, but I like
Bring back the feedback bit by bit.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Thanks, brother.
So that's all this.
That's everything you heard just now, outside of the keyboard and a couple of piano parts. That was 100% voice, 100% live.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
It's a good stuff,
I really like
man. Hey, I like it too, man. I'm a musician. You should try one. you should have my pedal.
So this is analog delay. So
I
check this
have
out.
to give back.
So go, keep talking.
1, 2, 2.
How much do you get for it? It's fair.
Oh, wow.
It takes a lot of time to make it, you know.
Wow.
Is this your artwork? Or you got
Yes. I did this illustration.
So this goes slower, longer delay time.
Okay. What is this one?
That's the level.
It's not like sometimes
Copeland fan, so get that big front of bottom. Going. It's like
Yeah, it sounds great. It's really loud.
Have this track played backwards. You gotta do the poor man's David Gilmour, right? Anything I can get away with, my friend.
Dude, I just got my chakras cleaned up.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Volume, is it the sound?
So, German?
Austria originally.
Austrian?
Austria.
Austria, okay, Austria, yeah, right down south, okay. Would have thought. So what I'm doing, I have different effects on my voice, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are old hands at this now. Y'all were here earlier today, so what I'm doing, I'm taking different effects through my voice, right? So if I'm doing just my voice,
Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
But if I'm putting different effects on my voice, like a delay,
Yeah. Okay.
is it coming out that side? Okay.
Yeah.
So what if I was doing like a little bit of like 2 delays and a reverb on it? So if I was going to do that without this, right? But now, right? So that sounds way more expensive, right? And then I have another thing where you heard like the bass.
Yeah.
I did the poor man's David Gilmour. That's pitch shift. That puts everything down a notch. We talked about pitch shift earlier today, right? If I'm doing press that button right there. Watch what happens now. But the musicality, the artistry isn't in the effects. It's knowing when to use them. Like I use the analogy all the time, like a bay leaf. You know what a bay leaf is, right? When you make like a pot of chili. My mom's done this a couple of times. Don't post this on the internet. Kidding. She'll take like a handful of bay leaves. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing, right? One bay leaf, you drop it in there for a minute or whatever, maybe 30 seconds, bring it back out, it's done its job. You throw a handful of bay leaves in there, and now your soup has turned into detergent. So it's knowing when to use them, and knowing when to pull back. Like I had them growing. You know, used to when it's like when I was doing keeps going. Totally Pink Floyd. Everything's Pink Floyd, man. Everything comes back to Pink Floyd. But also, I have this right here. It's just I'm turning my voice into like a kind of that Ramones crunchy guitar we talked about earlier. Right? But now what if and also what I'm doing down here, I have this guy set up to where it's controlling how long does the delay. How long does it ring out? Is it a short delay? Is it like ba 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 or ba 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 ba? Right? So we have this going, and this right here is my volume. Right? What I'm going to do down here, I'll turn on the delay here and a little bit of reverb. And that's just going to ring out. Back. Yeah. That's going to keep going. You start pulling it back down here on this foot. And the way I have the looper set up right now, everything fades out. Nothing goes whoop. Everything fades in. Everything fades out. So now you're almost orchestrating your tracks rather than just not everything's a cue. Now dun 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 dun. Now everything's more of a soundscape. Just like really just I tell people it's shades of light and sound rather than this note directly in relation to this note makes your harmony, major, minor, augmented, whatever. And man, you start doing stuff like this.
So is this the effects pedal and this is a looper?
There's effects here, right?
There's effects there?
This is completely for guitar.
Okay.
If I'm running my voice through it. But you also have effects on here as well.
Okay.
You have input effects, which is here.
Okay.
You have output effects here. And I'll show you what that sounds like. So right now, the majority... Oh, you know, instead of using the bass sound, I'm going to actually use the octave switch. Somebody asked about it earlier. And that's this sound right here. So if we start from scratch, I'm going to get rid of all this except this little drone right here. I was playing at a Mediterranean restaurant once. They did like Mediterranean, like in food from like the Middle East and whatnot. So I did the. And that's just sitting there, this big. And you have that drone on the bottom, and way up top in the texture, you have that ding, 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 ding. So now you have all this space in here. And with the delays, that's going to tell you how big a room does your music occupy. Reverbs, how big a space does it occupy? And you, at the end of the day, only have two little elements right there. So now you have all sorts of room in there. And man, you can land a jumbo jet through that orchestration right there. It's not like really tight harmonies. It's not bebop and Earth, Wind and Fire. You know what I mean?
So what is it used for? You mentioned you're doing a concert with this. Does it mean that you're performing?
Yeah, that's. So what I'm going to be doing next month at the planetarium back home, they've hired me to go inside the planetarium, set up my rig,
Awesome. Yeah.
and they're going to have like the space footage above my head, and you're just like sitting there like, it's just completely like getting turned into oatmeal, and it'll be space footage, and I instructed the planetarium. I was like, hey, when you're showing these video footage, don't go space shuttle, boom, there's Jupiter, boom, Saturn V rocket, boom, guys land on the moon. Like everything, just like the music, needs to fade in, fade out, just like that, so it complements the music. There's a reason, like when you watch Fantasia, it works. You don't listen to Stravinsky and put on a Martha Stewart cooking show. It doesn't work. They don't work well together, you know. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. Take care. And here's the outboard effects. I was telling you guys about the outboard effects earlier. So here's my stuff. So what if I wanted to have track effects, not input effects? We're going to put effects on what's already put down there.
Yeah, so this is a kind of photo frame.
So what if I put a low pass filter, a reverb, and let's put that panning delay back on here. I'm a sucker for panning delay. So now you get something like this. And there's parameters within every effect, within the low pass filter, within the delay, within the reverb. Think of it just as a pedal board on either side of your unit, you know? It's like having this with this here, and you know, same thing over here. And what's also cool when you play it back, and you probably discovered this, is that you don't have to have the track effects. Like right now, these guys are lit up, meaning these guys here will come over and put those effects on here. But what if you don't? What if you just want something completely dry?
Well, yeah.
Now you have this.
Since before the pandemic.
And these guys start fading out. Helps if it's in time. So we went from this whole like soundscape thing. Okay, we can go. I'm gonna bring back in this again. I'll do it in. You have this whole thing there in the middle. I think is this one going backwards? So now you have this one's dry, completely dry, but the effects are still over here. Very cool. You want to try it out? Huh?
Actually, not pretty good. I just wanted to, again, I think I was last time talking about the same thing, the octave switching feature.
Yeah, okay.
What's the most effortless way to do it? Like, I felt like you were doing a lot.
Well, oh, dude, I was.
Okay.
Oh, man, was I? All right, so check this out. So let me unplug this guy real quick. And I'll plug back in this so you can hear the difference. Okay.
Yeah, you can spend hours playing with this stuff. Literally, this guy's been
I was wondering if this
playing
when
with this
this
stuff for
does
hours and hours.
maybe kind of like the guitar to
This
bass
started at like 2 o'clock.
RC505 compared to just a pitch shift. This is different from just a pitch shift.
If you want, like, the question is, how do I get a good bass sound?
Yeah.
Use the guitar to bass sound. Now, you can take it a step further. Just like anything else on here, guitar, bass, drums, flute, viola, everything's going to have its sonic fingerprint, right? Hey, the trombone has a really resonant low. The violin has some might have to shave off. What you can do, and your voice is different from mine. Your microphone might be different from mine. So there's all sorts of different variables. What you would have to do, you can use the guitar to bass like this. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go. I think I put it in the wrong one. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm an idiot. I didn't. So here's the guitar to bass. No. So all right. So what this is in this particular preset. This is just volume.
Oh.
Like. And notice when it was too loud, it's kind of flappy.
Right.
Like that sounds like two dogs humping to me. So what I did, I brought back the volume a little bit, and everything kind of settled in. Right. Now, if we're going to use just the octave switch, this is what it sounds like.
So you're not using this guy anymore?
Well, I will. It'll still be the same preset, but I'm actually going to use. So here.
But you'll turn off this part.
Yeah. So right here, this is for the bass.
GT1000 guitar effects process.
Now, here's what the octave sounds like. Do. Same thing I just did.
Yeah.
It's clean, but from like a nice, like it's gonna go down the front of your shirt, no two ways about it, kind of ribeye, to like some Denny's $5.99 steak. You know what I mean? And there's a time and place for that. And here's what I challenge all my peers in the game is don't think of pitch shift as it just takes it takes my voice, takes my guitar and put it up 2 octaves. When you guys heard me doing this earlier, let me put it back in the delay. You guys heard. Here have some that there's strings on top. Like, how can you take those different effects and make them sound like different things? Like, you don't have to use delays just going forward. Use a delay going backwards, like this. We're gonna have here's a penny leg. take that and have it go backwards now. Backwards, and has a completely different texture to it now. And now you can do you. Oh, yeah.
So, like, what are your go-to?
Well, first of all, if I'm going to go to show you my improv preset, please, my friend, allow me to go to my improv preset. Johnny, you gotta right? Okay, so most of my events now that I do, it's completely improvised. Like when I did the soul soundscape stuff earlier, that was completely improvised. If I'm doing more on the floor, like, you know, like. All right, so here's it. We'll just start something, right? So I put down 1 bar of drums, 1 bar of toms, right? And say we're gonna do some like sexy, like synth wave kind of stuff. 1, 2, and ready. And what I've done, I've set all these guys to what's called free mode. F-R-E-E. And what that does, that is, as soon as you're done playing, close out the loop, it's going to start playing. So you're not being holding, hey, I got to wait 4 bars, I got to wait 12 bars, 16 bars. I can make it as short as one count. There's my hi-hat. I'm ready to go. Good night, everybody, right? So I'll have that cooking in the background.
Which is this imperfect one?
What's that?
Is this like a reverb or something?
Yeah, this is just, I always have this guy set for like reverb, but this guy's using like panty delay.
Okay.
I'm a huge U2 fan, so if it doesn't have panty, like a delay on it, I'm just like, That's why I like Aaron and I, we don't sing, like he's a big metalhead. You know, I'm all about, I want delays and space and atmosphere for days, you know? So what I can do, speaking of space and atmosphere, okay, so now I just want like a little blinky texture, like a light way off in the distance. So I'll go to the higher. Right now, we have our kick drum, our little porno sonic toms right there. That's really warm, really lush. That's like right in your solar plexus. We can go to low and go to the high end, right? Now I want something on the super high end, so I'll go up 2 octaves on my pedal here. Afraid to let the delay do the work. I didn't know what was going to happen, but you know what? God damn it, that doesn't sound good, right? Now, if we're going to do like a 90s house music. Now you've made it into a sampler. Hey, dude, do I need to bring out the machine and all that from other, you know? You can, but man, I have all this stuff, you'll wait for me. And now, and on here I can, oh, that's nice. Now, we have all our parts going on right now. take out everything except this and my drums. What the hell just happened? We went from 2-part harmonies and porno sonic guitar, and then you knocked me across my jaw with the bass. So let's go back. I'm going to show you in slow motion exactly what I did, okay? Remember that time when I told you we're going to break it down everything? Just go down to our porno sonic guitar and our drums, right? So the first thing I put down was one voice. But then the second voice came in. With your bad self bass. What the hell's here? Oh, it's my hi-hat. So once I had all that in there, I switched back over to here off of my drum sound. Then I went to my bass patch, and now my voice is getting sent out over here to pick up that sound. And say if I'm like, you know what, that 2-part harmony is dog shit. Cool, we can take it off in real time. I'm gonna get rid of my hi-hat by pressing the undo button. My hi-hat is on here. Press right there for me. Just right here. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Now, if I want to take off that, yeah, come on, press undo. Now press here. Wow. Just like my last girlfriend, gone unexpectedly, right? Now, let's bring back in that. Yeah, come on. It's called a bell tone effect. So you hear it all the time in marching bands, concert bands, wind symphonies. It'll be ba, 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 right? Now watch. Now, let's go ahead and throw in another bass. There's a talking bass in there, just absolutely filthy. press drums for me. That's taken my entire keyboard out of the synthesizer part now, move me right to where the drums are. Let's go back to bass. We'll put in a brand new bass set. Because I'm hearing that chord progression and I'm singing along with it. I'm not just like, I don't hear this. I'm like, man, that's freaking filthy. I gotta change my drawers before I jump on my flight. I'm not singing something like 1, 2, 1. I'm not like, I'm staying within the chords. Let's completely switch it up again. Then you're writing to Beat It by Michael Jackson. Why? Why not, gentlemen? It's America, right?
Yeah.
Questions?
Wow. I do have a question. Like, there's no MIDI sync going on. This is all just real time.
The only MIDI sync I'm doing, there is one.
Okay.
Only one.
Okay.
I'm sending out the master BPM, i.e., right here. So how is it when I'm doing my? Notice that all my a lot of it is in time. Lord. Hi. Right? That's about as metal as I get, Johnny Dean. Sorry, man. I love you, dude. It's not my wheelhouse. I don't claim to do it, you know. But I can also use. But all these effects over here on board here. And then you can bring out the, you leave it to automation, press stop, bang. But also keep in mind, because if you do this, you're like, dude, people in the back are like, the drummer. Or it's some of my gigs. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've done it. I'm sitting there. There's some chick out in the audio. You're like, oh man. You're like, hey. Dude. I've dropped my mic on stage. I pressed all stop on. Listen, I'm trying to do blackout bingo of all the things that can go wrong on stage. So the rest of my life, it's just the USS gravy train. It's you and I as first and second officers, you know. But also, okay. If I'm gonna use, like right now on this one here, there's a quarter note delay in my voice, right?
Yeah. And this is the delay amount?
Correct. What this is doing, yo 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 yo, go toe forward on my pedal here. Anyway, yo 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 yo. That's actually engaging the delay. It's a studio trick, you know. You hear it all the time. I did this yesterday up in San Rafael. I was like, you hear it all the time in music, like wheels go round and around, round. It's all dramatic.
Yeah.
Or what if you want to take that? I have another one on here. Where'd that slap vocals go? Where's it at? Come on. Just had it. That's why we can't have nice things. Okay. So if we're gonna, now it's a slap delay, like an old Johnny Cash record. So if you're gonna start 3, 5, that's what we're gonna do.
I like Johnny Cash.
Right. Let me think how. slap blade.
I see blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining.
You know, it goes the 4 chord, but y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah, listen, Elvis doesn't know my songs either, so Elvis. So that's how you get that slap delay. You know, you hear, you know, on the fire, man. Oh, that's my name. George Strait, you know, whatever. You know, you're like, hey, this dude did deep house, world music, rock, and now country. I'm like, yeah, I'm off my meds. What can I say? Questions? Let's hear it, gentlemen.
Yeah, but vaguely, you stay on the beatbox preset a lot, but you use it for all percussion, right?
If it's vocal percussion.
Vocal percussion.
Because what I've done, all right, so check this out.
You got the keyboard too.
Yep. So check this out. What I've done, I've gone in and said, hey, this is my beatbox setting. All that kind of stuff, right? But what I've also done, because otherwise I'll do the same thing again. If we run the microphone completely dry, like a high school principal, like, oh, I'm really glad y'all parents are. He's not happier there today. So if I do. Right? If I do all that, but I run it completely dry. There's no EQ, there's no compression, there's nothing like that. It goes from this. We went from like this like $16,000 Gretsch kit to like the wish.com, but we have a drum set at home, sort of, you know. So yes, but what have I also done? So I've gone there, I've put some compression on it, I put some EQ on it, and then what I've also done right here, on the 1000, you can actually program the buttons to do whatever the hell you want, right? If I press this button, my coffee maker turns on at my house. I'm kidding, but I'm not far from the truth, right? But check this out. If I go... Hear how it's different? Yeah. Why? Why would I do that? Why would I have two completely EQ curves?
For hi-hats, for cymbals.
You freaking show off. Yes! That is the correct answer. So, sorry. That's the one setting I have, right? Now, I press this button here. Because what I don't have the advantage of that you do in the studio is that I don't have all these freaking mics and the breakout, you know, rack mount units and all that kind of. So what I have to do, I got to think, you know, how do I put the square peg in the round hole? How you do that is you put your different EQ curves for different purposes. Like you have your big ass, you know, Gallagher Sledge-O-Matic hammer, all the way to little, you know, little hammer this side, bink, you know, and back again, right? No charge on that sound effect, man.
Do you have like a little extra like delays for the shakers too, or something? No.
So when you guys are there.
You're just really good at the shakers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So if you're doing like God, I love this song. There's two types of people in this world. People that like this song and people that aren't friends of mine. Okay. Teardrop.
Yeah.
Yes. We just became friends, didn't we? Right. Okay, now this is completely vocal percussion that I'm talking about. I'll get into the keys and all that kind of stuff here later on. So we talked about how I have the completely different EQ curves for and the now without using the MIDI. You asked about MIDI. Without using the MIDI clock and all this other to do the heavy lifting for me. I'm going to take that in my mix and put it down just a little bit. And it's right there in the background. But check this out. So one more time, again. Listen how empty it is now without it. Now it sounds like it's repeating, doesn't it? You put just a little bit of... What's that?
What's the name of the band?
That's the attack.
A massive attack for sure.
Now, here's another thing that I want to share with you guys. Like we notice how just this right here adds just a little bit of momentum, and we talked about without it, that sounds like it's repeating now. But this, it's just a little bit. It's like the little bitty half-ass orange that comes next to your eggs at Denny's. Without it, you're like, yo, bring me my orange, you know? So what I'm gonna do now is make a 1-bar loop of just, and I'm not thinking about harmony, I'm not thinking about this note leads to here. I just want a texture in the background. Yes. Yeah. So now, let's go through all 5 tracks. We have our drums here. Right? That's the harp setting on the JDXI, by the way. We have our bass. That's not a delay, and that's me going do 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 do. Right? You both has. Then we had the. Just that little piece right there, right? And now, that little texture thing I was talking about. And I don't want that in my mix. I don't want that all the way up here. That's too much. I want it just in the background where it almost sounds like behind our Massive Attack song. It's almost like an orchestra tuning up the background.
Like ducking even, like there's a bit of ducking involved here on the...
Oh, okay, this ducking is when like the kick drum hits, this gets out of the way. I get that question a lot. The short answer, no. No, everything's as is. Like, so the question is, do you have ducking involved? What ducking is, my understanding of it, and if I get it wrong, please let me know, is when the kick drum hits, like when you're doing like, oops, let me turn off the Castle Grayskull reverb. Child of the 80s, yes sir! Is when you do the, on 2 and 4, the kick drum and the snare hit. But what you don't want the kick drum and the snare. It's like 2 fat guys trying to get into a Volkswagen, you know? I grew up 5 feet by 6 feet, guys, so I can make the fat jokes, okay? So it's like having 2 fat guys in a Volkswagen, like, you're both struggling for it. But ducking, is where, when you do it, the kick drum will come down a little bit so that snare drum can come through. Am I correct in saying that? Okay, yeah. I literally found out about that like 2 weeks ago. I was like, because I don't do software. I'm a hardware guy. That's why I'm here for Roland and Boss, not, you know.
I tried to add ducking using a tremolo on the track effects. So
right.
Duck everything.
Sure.
Did
it work?
No, it's kind of hard. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes the looper's like, oh, that's a cute kid, but I'm in control. You know, this happens to me nightly. Believe me, man. But yeah, so to kind of recap, we have our drums. So, John, how did you get that string sound? What that is That's reverb, delay, and I have what's called a shimmer delay, what takes basically delay, the actual delay, not my wet, not you have your wet, you have your dry. It's going to take my wet signal and I think it puts it up 2, maybe 3 octaves. That's how you get that. And I have that programmed when I press these buttons here. Boom! All my, like this alone sounds pretty good. Hit these guys. I called up one of the boss product specialists and I was like, yo, I want my voice here. I want arco-based strings on the bottom, and I want violin shining like the beacons of Gondor. I want voice here, low in here, and I want strings way up top. And we figured it out. That's why now I have it. Or I can just turn off the shiny stuff. Turn it off completely. Yeah. So they have 3 parts of it. You had a question earlier.
I did. Actually, this is a follow-up to another question that I asked
Yeah.
in the session. So you can control. So the first, like the master loop.
Yep.
You don't have to set that like the phrase length. The next one's gonna be much longer.
You can.
But you don't have to.
Yeah. Oh, so, all right. So check this out. So the question is, do you have to set the master loop? If I'm going to set, so check this out. If I get right, can you guys see this? Okay. Okay, so that says free, right?
Okay.
So right now, what that means, is no matter how long I play, or however long I play, it's not.
So it doesn't affect the others.
Correct. Okay. But what I can do, I can say, hey, I'm going to set the first one here to 2 bars long. I'm going to take a 2-bar vamp, the bass line to Killer Joe. And I'll set this one for 1 bar.
Oh, that's how you can't set it relative to the others. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right? Now I'll set this one to 2 bars, right? Now, I'll set this one to 4 bars because that's where the melody is. You guys know Killer Joe? You heard the song for? Now, I can set this one to be 1 count. It's like literally, bop, that's it, right? So I go here, press track, put that to 1 quarter note, and that 1 quarter note is relative to, back over here.
So you don't even have to press the second tab, do you?
No, watch. You walk away. And that's why I tell people, like, if you can preset everything, and let the machine do the heavy lifting. For me personally, there's not a higher art form than improvisation in any discipline. Dance, sculpture, paint, music. So for me, I'll use everything. I'll usually put everything on free mode. So now check this out. That's everything set as is. I'm going to erase all that stuff that we just did. Now I'll do the same thing, but everything's completely free. The computer, the looper doesn't know what I'm going to do. So. 1 bar. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2 bars relative to where the initial one that we did, right? And then I think I did 8 bars here to do the whole A section. And then you're off to the, you know. Where's my bass line? Where'd I go?
It's on 1.
Coming in.
2 questions.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Dude, you're so welcome, man. What's your
Thank
name?
you so much. I'm Varun.
Varun, very happy to meet you,
so
sir.
much.
Do you have my
Appreciate
card?
I do have your card.
Dude, please hit me up anytime,
For
okay?
sure. I actually bought the RC one last week.
Hey!
If I
Welcome
did,
to family, brother!
Yeah, thank you. So if I didn't, I would have bought one today. So happy
Yeah,
success.
appreciate it.
So
Dude, hit me up. We'll do some lessons. I'll get you started. If you want them, if you're like, this guy's an idiot, that's
Oh, no,
okay, too.
I would love that. Thank you so much. So does your card have your contact details? I thought it was.
Yeah, tell you what, I'll give you one of the special
card.
cards.
Oh.
Yeah. I made 2 sets of cards.
Oh, I see.
And because, oh, dude, absolutely. But,
You perform around the area? Like,
dude, I'm in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So lately, my most recent gig was headlining a Guitar Center in San Jose.
I'm definitely going to follow you, man.
Please do, brother.
Fantastic.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
We'll do the same.
Varun, take care of yourself, okay,
so
buddy?
1 hour longer than I had this. And I wanted that I was allowed to.
Dude, whatever I do to help, please let me know, okay? Trying to be any good,
Wow.
man?
Yeah, man.
Love my job, man. I hope it shows.
Dude. Amazing. Yeah, so I've got people on here.
Oh, really?
So-
Anybody saying or any questions or anything?
Yeah. Yeah. What? So the way I understand it is this is the looper.
Correct.
Everything's being recorded here. So you're basically recording, playing back, erasing,
All in real time.
all in real time. Yeah.
So nothing is. Like I said earlier in the workshop, is that the loop station, the way it's built, I don't care who makes it, Boss or anybody else. By definition, it takes a track and records it and plays it back and forth, or it plays it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Well, that gets boring after the 4th, 5th time. So how can you keep it sounding fresh every time? So you can drop in, then you can drop out, you can drop out stuff in real time and then put something else in, or then all of a sudden you're in like 4 on the floor house music or whatever. So can you make it sound fresh every time? Like when we did Teardrop by Massive Attack, I had that little over here. Man, just that little beat right there. Push it, kind of just move it a little bit forward. It's like the Three Musketeers, but like D'Artagnan took the 9 off. It's like, nah, dude, I need all 3 of it. It moves the plot forward, So yes, so in short, if somebody had a question on it, microphone into my effects pedals, and the routing is I don't mean it the way it sounds. It's irrelevant in this kind of, and then everything gets recorded over here. And I also have my keyboard that's getting recorded in here as well, so I can do the well, you heard it earlier when I had the drums going,
So it's just a keyboard.
Yeah.
This is a looper.
Correct.
That's a guitar effects unit. You're running your voice through that.
And the multi-effects pedal for bass guitar.
And the bass
and
effects.
that's where I'm getting the.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the people that are watching this on their phones that can't hear our teeth vibrating when I go. Like, you'll have to do your best Orson Welles to describe it to them, man.
I think they can hear it, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did other people have questions on there? Comments?
I don't know. Any questions?
Any questions, everybody?
Any questions on YouTube and Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe to me.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah. So everybody, thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate it. So my name's John Allen. I perform as Just Alliance. This is
Just Alliance.
Yeah. So if you go here, don't go to Twitter. I never use Twitter. You can hit me up at Instagram at Just Alliance. Live vocal looper, multi-instrumentalist, boss artist. And I absolutely love helping people out, showing people how to do this stuff around the world. Based out of Las Vegas, and I've been doing this for probably about 12 years. And Boss contacted me a few years ago to kind of help out, spread the word about the product and whatnot. I do a lot of store workshops, trade shows, schools as well, conservatories. And just, I hope it shows. I absolutely love my job,
Yeah.
Believe me, I've had a lot of crappy jobs in my life.
I mean, it seems like you just do this all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're at home and you're just like doing this.
That is correct.
Like before bed or something.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, there's been times when I'm like you can't sleep. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to go out and do something foolish or wrap my car around a tree, So, I'll turn on my rig and be like, okay, let me try this out. Or, not to sound all like, Don Henley super dramatic about it, but like there's been times I've woken up from a dream. I'm like, man, I'm hearing something in my head. You go out there, you stumble out to the garage or wherever you have the keyboard set up, and you're like, you're sitting there like, what does? And then boom, you're like, okay, cool. You write it out real fast. And you're like, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna go back to bed and dream of pirate ships and space travel. Right? But yeah, I do lessons online. You guys can hit me up through my Instagram at Just Alliance, JUSTALLIANCE, or drop me an email through my website as well, justalliance.com. I'm also on Facebook / Just Alliance. Find me on there as well. And if you guys have any questions about this stuff, you can hit me up now. What a better time to do anything, right, than now? Or you can hit me up, through the socials and whatnot, or ask Johnny here.
Let's see. You have the JDX MIDI to the Boss GT1000 question mark?
No. So what I'm doing here, get the nice sexy wide shot of everything. So I'm not running MIDI out of the JDXI at all. What I'm actually doing, my MIDI is actually coming out of the loop station. Do 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 do. And then I'm going in to the GT1000. So basically, I'm running the master clock out of the loop pedal, and then that sends the BPMs over to the GT1000. So all my delays, all my slicers are going to be in time. Otherwise, you have two completely BPMs competing with each other. But that's why if I do like now. Let me do this where it's in time for you. Now, I have a quarter note delay on my voice I'm about to do, right? Notice how the delay was in time. That's in time because I'm running the BPM out of the loop pedal into the GT1000. I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's there waiting for you. So yeah, so that's a great question, and thank you for your question. I'm not running MIDI out of the JDXI at all. What I'm actually doing is just the master clock is the loop pedal, and that goes into the 1000 there. Yeah. Were there other questions on there? I know you've been filming since like 1982. I feel like
I know,
your poor arm, like your right arm is like massively jacked, dude.
An hour and 40 minutes.
Jeez. Good grief. Yes, sir.
Yeah, when you record, you have your faders at about half or so, or about 2/3 or something like that.
Yep.
So, and I get that you want to be able to control your mix after you've recorded, but I guess it's like, so you'll have the first time that you hear something when you're recording, it's at 100% volume,
right,
and then it'll immediately play back at a little bit less.
Yeah, depending, that comes down to half artistic choice. Half necessity. Actually, Aaron and I were talking about it a couple of days ago, where if you record a guitar part into it and you have it down a little bit, well, when you sing the melody, it needs to come over top of your guitar part, right?
Yeah.
Or you can have it where, hey, listen, I want to be able to, I'll do it with my hand or whatever. So there's kind of two.
You're welcome,
there's
Ian.
not one. There's success isn't a linear route, nor recovery. It's a different discussion for a different podcast, I'm sure. But yeah, I've seen people. Well, they'll have Johnny. Can you get a shot of that, bud? I've seen people when they record, they'll have all their faders up here. Mm-hmm. Well, what happens is, how do you turn up if this is your drums, your bass?
Yeah.
Yo, I need some headroom on my bass. Yo, you're already maxed out.
Yeah.
You press forward on this, all you're gonna do is knock over your rig. So I keep mine down here, but you can go in here and say, hey, listen, I know for damn sure on this particular track or whatever, like say if I put like a banjo or something that doesn't have, much cutting power, I can go and track. So check this, I press track, I go here to play level.
Okay.
I can turn that up 25, 30, 40, 50 points, whatever I need.
But you have them all just at 100 by default?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So that is true that by default you have them at about 2/3 for your improv.
Right.
Default.
Right. Or but also like you're doing the. If it's all the way up all the time, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right? Then you can do like the.
That's cool. That's not something I thought about before.
The poor man's slicer or tremolo,
So that's interesting that you talk about it like an artistic choice about that it'll drop after the first one, because then it's like people hear the
hear what you're
input
singing.
and it's strong, and then they go to the next element, or you go to the next element. And people hear one by one what's going into the track.
It's also like forming your fist when you punch. If your hand isn't, and if you don't punch correctly, you're gonna break your hand, right? Same way, much like a fist, the looper has 5 parts to it, right? And you got to have all those guys working together, because if you're basing, Aaron and I have worked on that for hours, where we're trying to get all of our levels correct, but most of the time, it's just for my setup. I do all that heavy lifting here. Yeah. I make sure, like this setting right here, if I took the entire EQ spectrum, here's all the way down to up here is like dogs are barking in the neighborhood, right? Right here's the human voice. I basically cut off, did like the dip and the EQ part, like from like, I don't know the frequencies that well, but from the midpoint down. Why? Because I want the drums to kick, the drum bleeds right through that, as does the bass. Notice how that just sits on top of those. Okay. That's not by accident.
Yeah, so your go-to instruments or presets
Correct.
are pretty much designed to work with each other, and you've kind of got the levels figured out.
Right.
Yep. That's really cool.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. How are you, sir? I think today was a good time, don't you think?
It was a pretty good
You all
time.
seem to enjoy it back there, man.
It has been a wealth of knowledge.
Has it?
today.
Dude, I hope I was part of it.
I am bursting at the seams for knowledge right now.
Joe, I'll give you my card before I get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
You can hit me up anytime. You or me, clients there. Absolutely.
I missed having you here, John.
Oh, dude, I miss being up here. I told Aaron, I was like, dude, I can't wait to come up here, man. For the uninitiated amongst us, I was up here last year when we opened up the Roland store.
Oh,
They
yeah.
called me, they're like, yo, listen, we almost have somebody in place for it full time. Can you come up and help us for like a day or two? I'm like, yeah,
I
sure.
thought it was about like 2 weeks or something like that.
You know the SpongeBob, 2,000 years later.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, right? With a little pineapple in the background. Dude, I was here for 2 weeks, and it was exhausting. Dude, I'd not done like the retail gig in a long time. I'm used to going in, making a racket, then I'm out the door, right?
Oh my god.
When I was here for 2 weeks, I had an absolute blast. Met Johnny
That's how we
here.
met, yeah.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Following his stuff online, and it makes great. Have you checked out his stuff yet?
No, I don't. You're streaming on
On
your
YouTube.
channel.
Yeah.
It's just my name, Johnny Bean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guitar stuff, rock history stuff, lots of Van Halen.
Yeah,
I like Van Halen. There's
Interviews.
the door.
I think it's sacrilege to not like a little bit of that at the very least.
But yeah, I was up here for 2 weeks, and it was fantastic. Stayed right down the street. It was such a good time, man. Oh, here's the direct hotline bling. Cool. Call me anytime, but if it says whatever county correctional center, then I got bail money.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, brother.
It's always good to see you, man.
Likewise. I'm ready to help. Anytime. And people come in and get the stuff. Hey, you know, my dude does lessons, dude. I'll help them out. Send it my way. I'll do the rest. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. What are you headed out after to?
Back home after this, and then next week I'm playing at the planetarium there in Vegas.
Nice.
I'm bringing in my 2 Evolve 30s in a planetarium that sits like 70 people, and like I was in there doing my audition, and I was doing my thing, bing, 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 and I looked up, and the director and his assistant, they were in their chairs. I'm like, where'd they go? I thought they left. I'm like, I guess I didn't get the gig, you know? Like I did like a 15-minute soundscape, like what you heard earlier, right? And I come around the corner and my foot hits them. I look down. I thought I looked at my backpack. They're both flat on their backs, like rolling balls, like staring at the ceiling, right? And I'm like, yo, all right? And like, John, just wait a second. This. Oh man. That sounded so nice. I was like, well, did I get the gig? They're like, yes. So I'm there next, and they're doing a thing called Meditation Mondays. It's for the students to come in and like clear their heads. So I'm going to go in there and do like a 45-minute soundscape, and then in the spring I'm going to do like an honest to God headlining thing there. Where
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it, man. And that's, you know, the irony is, as outgoing as I am, like you hear this like space music, you're like, oh shoot. Okay, this guy's just not a pretty face. First of all, he's barely a pretty face, you know?
Are you a rock or metal guy at all?
Oh yeah, Sarah and I chat about this, you know. I'm a big U2 fan. Like that's why you hear like delays on everything. Certainly a big U2 fan. My background before I got into this was playing trumpet and piano. So it's certainly a jazz background.
Yeah.
And when I got to college, I'd never really played classical trumpet before. So learning how to play, you know, classical trumpet and like etudes. Like, what the hell's an etude? It sounds like a French dish.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had to learn all that stuff. But you know, I learned that. But once I was outside of college, I kind of got disenfranchised with the trumpet. Because a lot of people didn't want to. I couldn't find bandmates to play the music I wanted to do. I was like, I know I want like music that has like soul, that has like there's space to it, you know, that plays reverb. Like, dude, I didn't have anything to plug. I didn't have an effects pedal. I hadn't even heard of looping.
Right.
But like any artistic movement in any artist's life, it starts out with heartbreak. This girl canned me like tuna fish, dropped me like third period geometry, and I was like, oh, my life sucks. And I get on online one day and see this link. It says street musician makes entire song using just his voice. # one man band. Click on it, my man, in the flesh. The video pops up, and I was like, you've seen Requiem for a Dream, right? And when they shoot up, like, shoo, and, you know, all the capillaries, and dude, that was me. Dude, after that, I was like, yo, my man,
like there's your path right there.
That was it. And you know, I was, you know, when I got to school to do these workshops,
I kind of did the same thing with Mick Gordon.
Okay.
Like once I saw like how he made his sound for the Doom soundtrack and everything, I'm like, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
And I never forgot that. I never forgot that. And if I can go out there and help people find their hive through this, I think that's a life well lived.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, so I love it. And I tell students a story about finding the guy and seeing the guy online and whatnot. And I'm like, and then finally, it was the first thing I did. I always make this big, like I'm about to drop Beethoven's Fifth 2.0, right? And I go, always gets a loud because it sucks, right? Sounds like two pigs humping, right? But that's how it started out.
Right.
That's how it started out. And
Start
now,
somewhere.
Yeah. And now I'm blessed enough to be, you know, out on the road for Boss, and I absolutely love it, man. It's you know, and that's why I tell people. And people come to me all the time. Hey, man, I want to work with companies and whatnot. Cool. Then what should I do? Find who you like. Well, I don't know who I like. Find who you like. Is it Boss? Is it Roland? Is it Gretsch? Is it, you know, Diodario? Huh? Yeah. Is it your company? If somebody watches your video and they're like, holy cow, that's what you can do with that? Dude, I hope you sell a cajillion of them.
Oh, thank you.
You know, because if people are spending their time and their money and their energy in the music world, gentlemen, we all win.
Exactly.
We all win. They're not, you know, doing something stupid. They're not out emptying guns into people on the side of the road or whatever. If they are, who knows? Maybe it's a rough gig. I don't know. Dude, I love it, man.
Yeah, and ever since I saw that, like, because after the Doom 2016 game came out, Mick Gordon did a panel where he talked about making the soundtrack for it, and he even, like, it amazed me like how open he was about his process. He even told you all the pedals he used, showed you his entire, signal chain, and I literally studied that thing front to back like it was like I was studying for my last exam.
Absolutely.
And, like, I literally have a copy of what he originally did in his signal chain and what I want to do for mine. So I literally did the original, and then I made a copy of what I could make my version of.
Absolutely.
And
I took Dub FX's pedal board. I got literally everything that he had because I thought I want to be a vocalist. I guess that's what I have to have. If all you knew was Fender guitars, or like someone gives you a Gibson, like, what is this, a coffee maker with strings? Like, I've never heard of Gibson before. I got his exact rig, and then I started then slowly Boss was bringing up the next stuff. I'm just like,
was it an older Boss foot pedal?
It was a GT10B. Dude, my first effects pedal in this life was a Boss GT10B bass multi-effects processor. Like, it's first of all, it weighs 60 tons, right? Like, NASA has to move it between gigs, right? But there's all these buttons and shit on there. I was like, dude, I don't know how any of this stuff works. But I knew I liked it. I was like, this is, I don't know. It's like a scenic ride, man. Like, you don't know where the hell you're going, but you're like, man, this farmland looks gorgeous, or whatever. I don't know. There's layers of the John Allen experience, man. And I don't know how deep y'all want me to get it, but I mean,
you just need your own sit-down interview.
Dude, I love that. I've had a couple of interviews in the past, man, like radio, TV, podcasts, and dude, like. Speaking of which, finally knew somebody. I had a very well-regarded, well-put-together podcast that we could chat about whatever.
Yeah.
Man, if you know anybody, give me a call, okay?
I'll let you know.
Let me know. But dude, I love this stuff, man, and I don't know if anybody had more fun in the room today than me. I have you guys.
And you can tell because it's just infectious.
Right? Appreciate
Oh,
it
it was great, man.
You had literally like all guitars just stopped working.
Right.
I'm like, I've heard most of this stuff. I know how you work,
Right.
but none of these guys have ever heard you work
Right.
before. I'm like,
What'd they say?
they're just like. that was them the entire, like, literally just 4 guys just perched up there, just
That's funny. I know they can look at the sales metrics and it'd be like when I walked in the room and when I left, the sales metrics go 3 loop pedals.
in the meanwhile, it's just like get me a couple of those.
Right. That's great.
That one guy just be like, hey, what is he using? Give me that.
Give me one of those. Give me one of those. And dude, I wasn't always with Boss and Roland. I used other companies' gear, and I had a blast doing it. But someone, I went to a Paul Gilbert workshop once, and I'll never forget what Paul Gilbert said in it. He said, "Listen, I can come up here and show you everything. I can sit up here and wheelie all night. But I've attended these things." And he's like, "I'm still a fan. I'll go out there and I'll go attend other guys' workshops, And he says, what most people miss the mark on, they don't tell you why they use the product. Well, why? Because you're getting a check? Dude, that's about as pedestrian as it gets. And he's like, I'll tell you exactly, and I forgot what I think he was doing like an amp or whatever. He's like, this is why I use this amp. And he gave like personal artistic choices about it. Like, hey, when I start doing this, it really does this.
Kind of like the same experience you'd get to come in and talk to one of us.
Correct.
Why this amp?
Yeah, why this one? And I tell people, well, John, why this stuff? 2 reasons. The first guy that done effects that turned me on this stuff, I was like, oh, apparently that's what I need to do, But also, I wanted the biggest canvas to paint on, and not every company will give you that. They'll give you like, hey, here's the pedal, it does X and Y. Well, I don't want X and Y. I want A through Z.
Right.
Ampersand through exclamation point. I want the Mexican exclamation points like that. I want it all.
Yeah, this is cool.
Right? I might not know how to use it, but I want to be able to grow into it.
The more expression, the better.
Yep, absolutely. And is the learning curve on this stuff pretty steep? Yeah, absolutely. But once you start getting into it,
it's like any other DAW.
Yep, like anything else. Dude,
I mean, that's pretty much what it is. This is a portable, physical DAW.
Yep.
I can tell you have a lot of muscle memory with starting, stopping.
Oh yeah.
And everything.
Here's something that I've never really tell people in workshops. So, I'm left-handed, right? That's not the punchline. You're like slow clap in the back of the room. Yay! Johnny Bean loses all of his followers. It's just like this guy sucks.
This guy sucks. He's left-handed.
So when you're playing trumpet, if you have a lot of tension in your hands and you're pushing you're going to turn your face into a hamburger, and you're going to get that tension in your sound, right? And I make it a point. Notice that when I play, I don't hold the microphone like this. To this day, I hold it by my fingertips as I do a trumpet, because you can't grip something super hard with just your fingertips. You can't. I mean, yeah, you can, but it's not like this. So what does this do? Keeps the tension out of my hand, keeps the tension out of my shoulder, of my arm, my shoulder, keeps the tension out of me. So when I'm sitting there playing, everything is nice and loose. And you see, I've seen guys that beat the hell out of their gear. With their hands. I mean, I get it. Like, dude, listen, I'm playing Wembley. I'm going to karate chop this shit in half. Period. Right? But I see guys like, ga, 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 ga. But if you notice, dude, I'm doing fingertips. And light is touch. Because light is quick is consistent is fast. They say the same thing in MMA. They say the same thing in being from Brazil. They say the same thing in jiu-jitsu. You break down a rear naked choke. It's not like it's
Technically, instead, how can I say stronger? How can I say?
Right.
It's technical. No, you said like
Smooth as fast.
Yep, smooth as fast.
Exactly. Teacher of mine that guitar teacher. He said, hey, you have to study slow, because who studies slow can play fast and whatever. If you start faster and put too much tension, you get the velocity that you really want to.
What do you think is going to happen? Oh, that soundscape I did earlier on your pedal. What do you think happens if I'm like, what do you think the music's going to sound like? It's going to sound like I'm trying to take a shit out of a refrigerator. Put that on there. Hashtag shit out of refrigerator.
I think that's just what Mick Gordon did.
Right.
He's just like, listen,
brilliant! I got it figured out.
He's just like, I'm just angry. I need to take a shit. And here
Right.
we go.
But dude, like you said, man, it's just keep yourself nice and loose. Because I think, this is taking it to the next level. I think if you keep yourself nice and loose, the universe or wherever you think that creative energy comes from. Because dude, I played gigs with headaches before, and dude, my music is showing. Right. You know what I mean? But I did a gig at the convention center back home once upon a time. I did a 3-hour set all the way through, and I had a shattered ankle at the time. So I'm like on the big fat boot and like leaning on a crutch, trying to like sing and look cool on stage. I failed miserably, right? But the music played itself that night. We've all had those nights when the music plays itself. It's not every night, dude. I've had nights, I've had workshops, hell, I've had lessons where you're like, dude, this is taking forever, But you have those nights, man, when the music plays itself. And hey, where'd the music come from? I don't know. I just articulated it, I was the end of the line before I got stamped out into the universe, Had those nights as well, man. I'll tell this story, then I'll probably start packing up. A friend of mine back home was in the middle of the divorce. Had a stack of papers that had to get filled out. Hey man, can I come over and fill out this divorce stuff? It's just chaos at my house right now. Yeah, sure, come on over. Buddy sits down at the table, starts filling out the divorce papers. I had my rig set up in my living room because bachelor. That's why.
Right,
Yeah. Okay. That's the pride. I start doing this whole soundscape. My buddy is stressed out to the gills for this divorce thing and everything that's been going on. I start doing this soundscape. I was like, hey, you mind if I try something? Dude? Oh no, go ahead, John, it's fine. I start doing this soundscape, ding, 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 ding. 2 hours went by like that. And so finally, the music just kind of disappears back into the ether from whence it came. And I'm like, man, how long was that? Like 10-minute set? Like, oh shit, 2 hours went by. I look over at my friend. I'm like, I'm like, hey, my head's turning. Hey, did you get your papers sorted out? And my friend's like completely high-eyed, calmer than a Hindu cow, to use a Fight Club reference, completely relaxed from the soundscape I did. Oh man, John, that was beautiful. I don't feel like the divorce stress anymore. There's privilege in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's my privilege to do that for somebody. You know?
I mean, it's crazy when you think about musicians are pretty much just wave wizards.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is. But
We vibrate air.
We literally vibrate air, and it's just able to impact people. Like, that's just the craziest concept. And like, you know, whatever it is you do, whether you're John and you do your RC5 stuff, or you're me and you do your guitar and synth stuff, or you're him and he does, you know, this pedal stuff, is like, we're all just doing the same thing. We're decorating air.
We're vibrating air. That's all we're doing.
It's crazy. And like, it brings all this together.
And what a privilege. What a chosen few we are. You know, do something like this. Like, how many people do you know that have shitty jobs that they just are like, oh god, yeah, I woke up again today, damn it, you know. But to go out and do mix your art and, you know, expose your vulnerability, or expose your happiness, your pride, your wrath, or whatever, you know. Dude, do you have like infinite
Streaming time. Like at this point, yeah.
Yeah, like
because I don't want, like, I figure like all the cell towers in this area have like stretch marks on them now. He's streaming for the past 2 hours. You know?
Well, I gotta get back to work, but John, it's always.
I'll say about you if I leave. Okay. Sure. Was there any more questions on there, Johnny, or comments, or this dude sucks, or what? I don't, you know, whatever. You know.
I think everybody fell asleep because it was so relaxing, you know.
Cool.
Listening to
I
it.
just have one question. I'll let you go. I noticed that in this scene, there's the live looping, or they call it live looping in the scene. Is that what the people are calling
call it.
Yeah. Okay, and then there's also the guys who do like the beatbox.
Yeah, the Swiss beatbox
Swiss
guys.
beatbox stuff.
Those guys are monsters. Monsters, guys and girls.
Does it seem like to you that the communities are kind of separate in a
Yes.
way? They're so separate, and I don't understand why.
Because here it is. All right, so, hey man, what do you play? I play guitar.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, come to band practice. You know, Saturday night. Jesus. The snipers were shooting me. I was like, man down. So I come over to your house, and dude, you're doing like just some Ministry, Slayer. I'm like, oh shit, I thought this was the Simon and Garfunkel cover band. That's completely different schools, right? Heavy metal guitar, Finger folk style, James Taylor kind of stuff, Carole King.
So you think they're separate schools?
I think there's separate scenes.
There's separate scenes for sure.
But artistry is artistry.
Yeah.
It
Oh
really
yeah,
is.
yeah, no.
And I've seen stuff that these guys and girls do, man. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, I'm not the master of anything in this life. I don't look at myself like I'm the gold medal of anything in this world. I see what they do. I'm like, wow. But for me personally, it's not going out and doing a 4-minute routine. For me, it's the long haul. It's the journey.
Yeah.
Not how fast can we get there and how you know, showy can it be, but like, what, we had 8 guys around here when he did soundscape. That's I find more enjoyment as far as me personally. But what these guys and girls do with the sampler, and they're making it sound like turntables and shit. I'm like, it's incredible.
I got into it through Swiss Beatbox, and I follow those guys, and so I get that. Like, most of that's about, they do their 3-minute set routine.
Right.
And there's only one way to do it. There's not a lot of them do much improv.
Right.
Some of them can, but the other scene is kind of all about improv. A lot of it is what I noticed. So I was just wondering why. I can't tell why the scenes are so different or so separate, because I've never found like either you or Rico Loop or anything from the Swiss Beatbox.
Rico is like, I know him personally. He's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
But when you watch his music, it's what music should be. There's risk, there's artistry, there's a narrative, and it's improvisation. Like, that checks off all the boxes for me. It's funky, it's fun. It's not, you know, like I saw Lyle Lovett, late last year sometime, and every song was just, it sounded like funeral dirges. And Chris Isaak was playing that game, and I love Chris Isaak. I do a Chris Isaak song. I couldn't make it through Lyle Lovett's set because it was just like slow, dirgy stuff. I'm like, God, like, why are people here? You know, I'm sure he's a great dude. I don't have a problem with him personally, but that night I didn't enjoy myself, so I left. But anyway, to get back to your point about the different scenes, there's different scenes out there, but see what works in the sweet speed boxing. See how they do stuff. See how Rico does stuff. See how I do stuff. Whoever you look to for inspiration, and see what works for you. If it works for you, hang on to it. If it doesn't work for you, then keep searching. If anything that I taught you today works for you, great. If stuff that you start like, I do it this way, great. I hope it works for you. I want it to work for you. Because all boats rise with the tide, man. For me, there's no competition. Dude, like, this person's this person has this many views. Like, listen, I've seen people with millions of YouTube views. I'm just like, that's not really my thing. I've seen people with, I saw a girl do a piano cover of November Rain, had like 800 views. And I watched it, I was like, like ugly girl crying on a Friday night at home, jilted and jaded from her boyfriend. I was like, God, it's so beautiful, man. I had 800 views, and I wrote on, I was like, I can only like this once, I'm sorry.
Not everything bubbles up.
No,
yeah.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
I found this one guy's loop performance of Feel Good Inc.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the best one, and I left a comment because I thought I'd let him know that. But I don't know, it's just random guys. I let him know. I told him I've watched every single loop performance of Feel Good Inc. on YouTube, and this is the best one.
Did he get back to you?
Yeah, he liked it.
But did he get back? Hey, man, dude, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dude, all of my comments, unless someone's talking shit, all my comments, I'll make it a point to get back to people. Especially when people ask about, like, you know, on all my tutorials. Hey, man, will it do this? Will it do that? I try to get back to everybody as much as I can.
Oh, cool. You got some tutorials on
Dude,
YouTube?
I have a metric ton of tutorials on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This has been amazing.
Anytime. Your name one more time?
Gus.
John. You got my card.
I do.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. I got you. Hit me up.
All right, thank you so much.
Likewise, brother. Take care. Thanks for spending your evening with me.
Hey, thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Hey,
You out here, my friend?
Nice to meet
Likewise.
you. It was awesome.
And your name one more time?
Felipe.
Felipe. John.
Hey, Joe, you are awesome. You just take over and show him the things. It was awesome.
Appreciate it.
Next time I am telling to him, my suggestion, it's because naturally you take over because of your thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's really. But next time you'll be also on the, split more the time with the guitar.
For the guitar stuff, absolutely.
Yes, exactly. Because the things that you do with all this equipment here, probably.
We focus on him. We focus on this guy because he's not cheap. He costs a lot of money for
But I
him.
am easy. Usually the same night, though.
You see, everything saw that because he took over easily, naturally.
Yeah.
You know, he's a show off.
He's a great musician and great instructor too. As
Man,
Thank you.
as I said, man, I heard a expression in English sometimes like a white elephant or something like that. Something that you are the white elephant. No,
Appreciate it, man.
It's like a different
I've been called
thing,
worse.
You know, like doesn't exist. It's like one.
The white whale. The white whale. I think it's what it is.
Man.
Yeah.
A unicorn.
Unicorn. Yeah.
Hey, thank you
Leave
again.
it. Take care of yourself.
man.
You have my card, right?
Yes, I have it.
Hit me up and if I can ever help you out, please let me know. Okay, I'm here to help you.
And about you, I'd like to see you more. You
Yeah,
probably have plays a guitar. You know, like a guitarist. Man. Hey, I hope to see you again.
Appreciate
And
it.
you too.
Awesome.
Take care of
Keep up
yourself,
the
brother.
pedal
Be
work.
safe, okay?
Hey,
Stay healthy.
Right on.
Thank you.
Keep up the pedal work. That was good.
Yeah,
That was great,
I
man. They
tried.
look awesome.
I'll try one day.
Oh, that's
you
cool.
know,
That's good. That's
I'm
really
keep
cool.
working on that.
Get Jose to
Okay, I see it.
See you.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hey, thank
I'll be in
you.
touch.
Man,
I've got your Instagram.
You'll be my pleasure, for
so
sure.
definitely, man.
Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you for you
Yes.
as well coming up. Appreciate it, man.
thank
This is really
you.
cool.
Thank you, dude. Right on.
Johnny Bean, always a good seeing you, brother. Okay.
Great seeing you.
Hit me up. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm glad we connected too. I was like, yo, I'm coming. You're like, great.
Yeah.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah. Well, you told me about this a while ago, and I'll be in Vegas. I told you I'll be.
TwitchCon.
I'll be there for TwitchCon.
That's next week, the week after.
18th.
18. Okay. Dude, hit me up. I'll I'll take you to. We'll go to get Italian food that is so good. You're sweating marinara, and if you nick yourself shaving, it's gonna smell like garlic because there's that much garlic in the food. But it's
Bootleggers or no?
no. There's another place I've been wanting us to go, but I know you're hot to try on Bootlegger.
Well, it's just because it's Jay's buddy.
Yeah, there's a place there called the Italian American Club. It's been there, I think, since 1275. King Richard ate there when he was fighting off the Moors, right?
Oh, wow.
It's been there since forever. I think he's in yours, so. Dude, the food there is fantastic, and it's been there for, I don't know, since like 1951, something like that.
Right on. Just Alliance.
Yes, sir.
So you're not on Twitter anymore, you said?
No, dude, it wasn't for me. I don't think I'm so self-righteous and self-important that I need to write, 60 characters to be like, hey, I went to Starbucks or whatever. I'm like, whatever. If people want to get a hold of me, they can get a hold of me through my website or Instagram or whatever else.
Right?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Although you should be on TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok.
that's
TikTok's awesome. I'm on everywhere myself, but I don't watch regular TV. I like when I'm going to sleep. If I'm, I'm on TikTok.
Sure.
Yeah, it's great.
You still streaming, or are you?
Yeah.
Can you unplug me wherever I'm plugged in?
I think
No, that was the Aaron Moreno
gotcha.
request.
I'm unplugging something too, so the lights are gonna go off. It's not your fault.
It's like Good Will Hunting. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't mess with me, Sean.
No.
Right on.
How do we do on your metrics for your podcast? People show up?
On this?
Yeah.
I can't tell because I'm multi-streamer.
Oh,
So
okay.
YouTube and Facebook, and so it doesn't tell me metrics until I'm like done and I see you later.
Oh, okay, I think.
So,
Just curious.
I'll be in touch though.
Dude, please do, man. Also, 2 weeks? I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll you'll be in Vegas?
I'll be in Vegas.
18th. I'll be there 18th through 24th.
That's
So
TwitchCon, right?
I'll be at TwitchCon during the day.
Yeah.
Live on Twitch.
Yeah.
And then at night, whatever.
Okay.
Live on YouTube.
Dude, we'll get to go. Do you know where you're staying at?
Yes. Well, I don't know where it is, but
Send it to me, dude. I'll come. I'll scoop you up. We'll go out and break some bread. And
right on.
the bromance continues. I'm gonna give you a big ass hug. So I'm so happy to see you,
Hey,
man.
thank you so much, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you
thank you
too.
so much for having business, and thank you for lending your apparatus to us and me and Aaron and. it's
You
fucking
got
amazing,
it.
dude.
You got it.
Thanks
All
for
right.
hanging out the whole time.
Yeah, you too, man.
I was telling Aaron about you earlier today. I was like, this cat's gonna come out that I met. He's a good dude. He knows everything about everything. And he's between you and him, I don't know who's a bigger fan of this stuff. So I'm like, well.
Oh, he just told me that you're, Aljon from Gibson?
Yeah, I know Aljon. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just visiting him a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was in Nashville at the Gibson Garage.
Yeah, we were just there
Hanging out.
like two weeks ago, I think, at this point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were just, first time been out. I haven't been out to see it yet, and it was like, yeah, they took me around the whole thing, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Good layout, and, well
I'm
designed.
glad this came in.
Love the whole
Thank you for
conveyor thing,
absolutely
too.
overkilling
Yes.
it.
The guitars going around, I was like, it's pretty
I
cool.
can't pay you
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah. So,
was
are
like,
you
yeah,
are you on
GoPro was
Facebook
like,
and all that?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
What's your
Found
On Instagram's AK Marino, M-A-R-I-N-O, like Dan Marino.
I was looking at
Okay.
such
Okay.
fidelity.
I'll follow you.
Man, I really should have wiped
Yeah.
down my ring.
Yeah, follow me and then
change the color of the lights. What's up?
JOHNNY.
Honestly, it made me so happy. It brought me so much joy. I love that, like, the people that were here are people that, like, I
Those two,
recognize
those are both
already,
me.
you know?
both of them.
So it was cool to see them
was
now,
the big
like,
one?
talking to each other
Yeah,
and
that's-
stuff. Like, it definitely...
That's like my
Oh,
EVA.
you're following me. You're following. I'll follow you.
I follow you already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're going to do like a
Cool.
I'll follow you on
group
that.
lesson, like everybody here,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like I can type in Zoom or
I don't know why they didn't show up on my
for sure.
I don't know. There's not tons of people follow me, so I usually follow anyone that follows me back.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Okay,
Definitely. I found a way
I'll
we can
keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
know
Yeah, you ever
like,
anything
get
boss
live
related and stuff
stuff
like that?
on
Obviously, you
all
got him,
the
but
stuff.
Are you in Vegas too?
Like,
No, I'm in
like,
Southern
like,
California,
if we
so
get
I'm
a
about
Zoom or
5
anything,
minutes
you're like a
away
virtual
from
guy on the screen sort of thing.
I'll be at NAMM in January.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So everyone's coming down.
You guys will be there with Roland?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I mean, they cleared it.
All right.
Okay.
Great to
Okay.
see you, man. All right.
Thank you so much
Bye.
for coming by.
Johnny, take care of yourself, brother. I'll see you in 2 weeks, okay?
Yes. All right.
Take
Be
care.
safe.
All right.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, Pat. I won't see you tomorrow, but I'll see you next time. Thank you. Wow, you guys. Yeah, I can't tell if anybody's on the stream because it doesn't tell me the metrics when I'm multi-streaming. But that was cool, you guys. That was Guitar Center. That was my friends from Roland. I mean, obviously you guys saw all that. My wrists. I've been like holding my phone for over 2 hours now. That was a lot of fun. Man, that guy's wild. Right on. Dudes, well, hey, I'm gonna go get some food. Oh, Ian, oh, you guys are here, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't tell me who's here unless you comment when I'm multi-streaming to Facebook too, because I'm on Facebook and YouTube. Man, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, he actually did a workshop in the beginning. I didn't film that. So basically what you guys saw was like was the entire after the workshop thing. But yeah, that was great. Oh yeah, they stuck lemonade in this. I didn't want that. Ugh, I gotta get another one. What time is it? Hopefully everything's still open. I'm gonna go get some food and stuff. Man, that was great. Thanks for hanging out. You're worn out from watching this? Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Well, hey, I'm gonna split. Thank you for watching, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. No ASMR show tonight because I wouldn't get home in time anyway. What time is it? Oh, it's 6. Yeah, that'd be pushing it. I'm gonna go get some food. Let the traffic die down a little bit and then try to get home. So yeah, no ASMR show tonight. But maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow, not from here, because no, I got stuff I gotta do in the morning. And then I am going I am coming back up here tomorrow. You're about to sell my package? Oh, thank you, Chris, on Facebook. Thank you, man. Thank you. Right now? Oh, it's daytime where you are, huh? Oh, it's like a different time of day. It's probably like actual day, like morning or afternoon or something. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was holding the phone the entire time with both hands, sometimes from here, sometimes, so both my wrists are like this right now. I brought this. If I would have thought about it, I just would have used this the entire time and just been like that. But I didn't. Oh, it's lunchtime. Okay, cool. Well, hey, here it's dinner time. So I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'm gonna go. No show tonight? Well, this was the show. This was a show. Hanging out with those guys, watching that guy do what he does with the loop station. That guy does a lot of stuff. Thank you, CC. Janice, you remember that guy? You remember when I met him here the last time, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool dude. So I guess we're gonna hang out in Vegas. You guys are gonna see that guy in Vegas. Dude, that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have dinner with that guy in Vegas. And then when, oops. Oh, my phone's about to die. Wow, that took a while. Okay, so you guys heard that. We'll hang out with John in Vegas, and then we'll hang out with both those guys in LA during NAMM. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome, man. Cool. All right, I gotta hook my phone up. My phone battery. I've drained my entire battery today, apparently. Thanks for hanging out, dudes. Ian, Chris, everybody, Janice, CC, Viva Las Vegas. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll see. No ASMR show tonight. This was the show. Tuesday exclusively Van Halen. You guys know what's going on. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later. Johnny Bean TV, live from San Jose. All right. Bye-bye.